Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Today I'm going to talk about how we're all stuck in the daily grind and what we can do to get out of this daily grind we are stuck in. I'll try to keep it short and brief and not do a video which is longer than is required. So, what are the things that keep us in the daily grind or that mindset, which is very popularly known as the middle class mindset, which prevents us from moving forward and moving up the ladder and getting into the wealthy class? The first thing is working for less than your worth. Many of us have this problem where the first job which we land, we're so desperate to land the job, we don't bother negotiating what we're getting paid. It's a common mistake where you do not realize where you stand, what your skills are worth. We have no experience in the market and we settle for something less than we should be. We realize at the moment we join the workforce and we're in the office and we see a whole bunch of people working in the same capacity as us. Some of them at a lower capacity in terms of skill compared to you, and some few maybe even at a higher skill level. But the funny thing is when you start talking around the water coolers or meeting outside for a cup of coffee, inevitably you start talking about salaries and you realize there are people who are less skilled than you but who managed to negotiate better or came from a better institution than you for your first job and they've landed up a better pay package than you and you're wondering why. And unfortunately, what happens is this permeates through the rest of your career. When you have your next job change, you're desperate to get out of this job because you've been having a miserable time, being paid less for such a long time that you're fed up of it. So next job when you land, your increment you don't care about. Again, you don't negotiate and you move on and you settle again to do the same thing all over again. This is a kind of a loop which you get stuck in, or a rat race you get stuck in, and you repeat this over and over again. So you need to stop doing this. You need to start evaluating what you're really worth. And once you come to this understanding of what your skill and your value is, then you start demanding to be paid what you deserve. This is especially true for people who freelance, who are consultants, who are business folk. They also are so desperate to score the order, to secure the deal, they'll be ready to cut themselves short and settle down for a lower price. And this is worse when you're a business person or a consultant, because once you're at that price brand, you are stuck in that band. It's very difficult for an organization when you're a business person or a consultant to move from one price band to the next price band once you're known in the market to be at a certain level. So be aware of this before you start doing this, or if you've already started doing this, try and pivot away and slowly nudge yourself out of this. In some worst cases, you will have to rebrand yourself as something entirely different, which lots of brands have done and companies have done. That's one of the main reasons Toyota launched the Lexus range, and even Maruti has a Nexa range. It's just to break out of that mold of being in a certain segment, to get the consumers to see you in a different light. The same is true for you. Second, this I've said in many videos and I'm saying it again because it's very important, is buying more than you can afford. Warren Buffett has famously said if you go around buying what you don't need, you'll end up selling things you do need, which is very true. Most of us would like to upgrade our cars, upgrade our homes, and increase the things around in our life which don't need to be increased as soon as income increases. Very funnily enough, Kesav asked me yesterday, he said, but sir, when you get a better job, when you get more income, don't you want to move into a better flat or get a better car? And I gave Warren Buffett as an example. The guy is worth billions of dollars. He's living in the same house, driving the same car for years. It took a lot of effort for him to forego that car and move into a new car where there was immense pressure being put on him. And it's true. The current house is suffice and there's no reason to change and you're happy with your current environment. Just because your pay is increased by 20-30%, there is no necessity to immediately change your dwelling. Same thing is true with a car. If you have already paid for a car full and there's no more loan on your car because unfortunately you took a loan, or you've paid it outright with cash and your car is still working fine, a life cycle of a good car and a good brand, if taken care of well and maintained well, is well over 15-20 years. This is true for all products and equipment you have at home, including your air conditioners, your refrigerators, and your washing machine. With timely maintenance and taking care of the product and using it as designed, most products will last you a lifetime. It's just that we get into this thing that, It's been with us for 5 years. It's been with us for 10 years. Yes, if it is working well and there's nothing wrong with it, there is no necessity to change. If you kind of accept that mindset, you'll stop buying more than you can afford. I would suggest you look at the Japanese, for an example, and see the way they consume and conserve as a society to get inspired to do this, more than looking at Americans as a society to see and replicate them, where consumer and consumption seems to be the key. Third mistake, which keeps us in the daily grind, is relying on one source of income. Most of us work very hard in school and college and get into our first job, and we think we have arrived, and we have this mindset, okay, this is what I have to keep doing, and now I just keep investing and saving and I'm done. No. You want to be done sooner. You want your freedom faster. You want to be up and about doing things you want to do much earlier in life. There's no point, like Keshav says and his generation says, waiting till the ripe old age of 60 or 80 to do anything you wanted to do, which you've been dreaming of to do. You'd rather start doing these things much earlier in life, especially certain things in life can go out of your physical range as you age. So try and increase your sources of income and look at other avenues and streams of income aside from your main line of income, so you may stipend and add to that and grow your wealth. This is the main reason a lot of us get stuck in the middle class and don't move forward. The next thing is the importance of saving for old age, which is inevitably all of us will grow old. You may grow wealthy or not wealthy is in your hands, but growing old is not in your hands. It is a definite certainty that all of us, even Charlie Munger, has put down numbers of years behind him. And there's nothing you can do except watch time as it slowly moves and ticks forward. And the funny thing is, as you get older, time seems to be moving and ticking even faster. So please do think of this and start putting aside some kind of a retirement plan and have something in place. Have a retirement or something in place to move you into a secure location when you do decide to retire and stop working. Do realize if you do manage to set up different avenues of income and these incomes are coming for you, maybe those can keep coming because you can have a source of income by a paid monthly and you don't have to work for it. That is if you're very smart. Some of them could be like royalties for songs or music, royalties for shows, or even YouTube channels once you get the video up there. And if you have a video which is timeless and is always consumable throughout the years, definitely it can keep giving you income. So there are avenues to see how you can think about your old age and your retirement as you have time now when you're young. I would strongly suggest that you look at it and put some mind and thought behind it and not keep postponing it like a lot of us do, especially in my generation, who are now pushing well past 40 into the 50s and wondering what to do. Another mistake which a lot of us make is not balancing our money, which is inflow, which is the production of money, and the outflow, which is the consumption of money. The production of money usually does not match the consumption of money, and this leads to a negative balance in your personal balance sheet, and this can lead to repercussions of you wanting to borrow money and getting into debt. The most reasons why people get into debt is not because they don't have an income, it is because they want to consume more than their income. That imbalance is what creates a desire for debt. Yes, debt is a wonderful instrument. It is the engine of our economy. Make sure credit is available for people who are needing credit to business to grow. All that is true. But it has to be dealt with cautious. You have to be cautious when you're dealing with debt, and you have to be prudent when you're using debt. Most of us are not. It is like the first time any of us consume alcohol. We do not know what alcohol is, and most of us tend to binge drink alcohol and have regrets and have memories and nightmares consuming alcohol. Very few of us start consuming alcohol in a very slow rate and a steady pace. Maybe if you're older and you have people who are experienced around you, like in debt, you are coached and cultured into the consumption of alcohol slowly. But people who are in colleges and school who are much younger will remember how terrible it was the first time you had it. The same is true with debt. It is a terrible thing if it's not consumed and used carefully and prudently. If you get intoxicated by debt, it can overpower you, and before you know it, you do not know what you're doing, and you will wake up with a terrible hangover and a headache from debt, and you will be staying away from any sort of financial instruments, which even includes investment, because you'll be so put off by everything related to finance, you won't want to do anything with it. So be very careful about your consumption and production, which is keeping your personal balance sheet in balance and trying to always stay on the positive. And the last and the most important thing is, which I'm hoping, because you're watching this video and watching Anand's video, you are slowly out of this and you're crawling yourself under this rock, is ignorance and lack of financial literacy. Financial literacy is the most important, I would say, out of all the points I've discussed so far. And I would suggest you spend most time on, because if you improve your financial literacy, automatically the other 6 points which I spoke about will fall into line. So please do spend time reading and watching videos and talking to friends and listening to podcasts and spending time, a certain quantum of time every day, improving your financial literacy. It is the key to success more than anything else. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you found these 6 points which I've spoken about, helping you come out of this trap which you're sitting under and getting out of the daily grind and moving forward up the ladder. Thank you for watching the video and see you on the next one soon. Bye.
I will be in Kuwait, as you know, on 24th November, the Friday between 3:30 and 6:30 p.m. I'm at the Yaqub Banquet Hall, Millennium Hotel and Convention Center, Ring Road, Abu Tar Al Ghafari Street, Kuwait. Those desirous of meeting me there can contact the WhatsApp number given below or drop a mail at the email ID given. My team will contact you at the earliest. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.